How's it going? Just moments ago, I did a pop-up from the hotel. And so now I'm right outside the hotel on the beach. And I'm here because the Wi-Fi is good. I hope you're doing well. If you're staying cool, this is my effort to be cool. I like to think I don't have to work too hard to be cool. The dilemma with doing a live stream from my cell phone is this. We need troll slayers to work really extra hard. I'll do my best. Hello. I'll do my best to slay the trolls, but you know, for some reason when I'm on my cell phone, they're just everywhere. Thank you for saying you have my back. I really couldn't be in my apartment. It's over 90 degrees in my apartment. I had to leave. So, let's check the news, see what's happening. So earlier I was reading on Dumpy suing judges. I'm just trying to imagine what it might be like to go through life thinking everybody owes you and that everybody's supposed to bow down to you and that you can just be a total asshole to everybody who disagrees with you on something. I'm trying to figure out what it's like to live like that. I can't figure it out. The way that he was treating and continues to treat reporters asking questions at a press conference, which is what a press conference is for, is abhorrent. I don't know if you saw did anybody see any of NATO? Oh, I can see. Did anyone see any of that press conference at NATO? I can't even believe that anybody would give this guy the time of day. It just boggles my brain. So, you know, they ask a question. Can you imagine? Let's just all pause for a moment. Imagine that. You're in front of people that have gathered there from around the world at a press conference in which you're supposed to be answering their questions. So they ask a question. Before they even ask the question, he attacks them. He tells them how horrible they are. Yeah. It's unbelievable. I know you're not even putting your attention to it. I understand that, but we really do have to be paying attention. I mentioned earlier that I know this is a time of year that people, I even heard Simon Rosenberg say that he was going to take the summer off, which I don't think he'll be able to do. You all know Simon Rosenberg, right? He's been really active in the pro-democracy movement. Predicted that Kamala would win. And she did. Which is why I had those mugs made, and I apologize if you missed out on the coffee mugs. I can't really get them reordered unless I have like $500 to reorder them. But she did win. But anyway, Simon Rosenberg said, "Oh, I have to take the summer off." I understand. But we have to keep our eye on what's happening. So he made a total ass of himself because he's already an ass at NATO. And I'm going to just pull the cards and ask, why is he being exceptionally off the rails? Thank you for being here tonight. Oh, there is a breeze. And I know that it's noisy, but I'm in front of the hotel because I'm using their Wi-Fi. I'm befriending people at the hotel. It's helpful to me. I'm getting business. Oh, I have my pendulum. So what I'm going to getting, is it something, brain, are they getting worse? Is it getting worse? Because he just flies off the handle before they even ask the question. I mean, for some reason, that just really was incredulous to me. I'm incredulous. I'm just trying to imagine doing that. Oh, you have a question? You're a terrible reporter. You're the worst. You're a scum. Oh, you want to ask your question? So I'm actually pulling 3 cards. One of the signs of dementia is, okay, so I'm reading on that. I'm reading on his mental state. Is it actually that? I get that it's a combination. It's that, and it's also, he's panicked. I'm picking up panic. Yeah, that's what he says. Who are you with? He asks them who they're with. Right, exactly. He says, who are you with? That network, they're terrible. Oh yeah, he says worse names than that. Those who are worried about the Medicaid cut, get over it. Oh, Mitch McConnell said that? Look at how much medical care he's gotten for free. Wildflower wind. I know he's always been that way. What I'm asking about is it getting worse? Can you know, that's what I'm asking. We know what he's like. You guys listening? Please hit the thumbs up. If you feel like I'm worthy of a thumbs up, thank you. I can hardly see the screen because of the sun. Yeah, well, the Ten of Swords indicates that he really is suffering. So is he getting mentally worse? Is that what's going on? Is because I know Wildflower Wind is saying he's always been like that. That's not what I'm addressing. What I'm addressing is, has it gotten worse? Okay? 8 of Pentacles and the King of Swords. He thinks he's still the king, and that he can do that. But it definitely is. It's getting worse. But I feel like there's going to be a message that comes out about that, about his mental stability from these other world leaders. And I feel very strongly, he does look like he's getting worse. I feel very strongly that they're going to be talking amongst themselves about the obvious mental decline and the obvious mental illness that he has. I don't think that they took him at all seriously at NATO. I don't pick up that they took him seriously at all. The European reporters, I just feel like that they just kind of brushed him off as though he's gonzo. He's gone. And that's a general sentiment that I feel. This. I think I can see a little better. Let's ask this. Let's ask about the NATO leaders and if they kind of kicked us out in a way. I think they left him out of meetings. Please hit the thumbs up while you're here. I think he doesn't feel well and is grumpier too. That's what I think, Wildflower Wind. That's exactly what I'm picking up. Let's read on that first. The Ten of Swords indicates that. Grandpa needs a lie down. Yeah, that's for sure. A long nap. Tell your friends to join us. Are there any other psychics doing live streams on the beach? I bet I'm the only one. Yeah, it looked like they made deals to protect each other and work together, excluding the U.S. Yes, yes. So I'm going to pull 3 cards about what they were kind of saying to one another. I feel like they feel devastated about the United States, but I feel a lot of empathy. I do. I feel a lot of empathy coming from the world leaders. Did anyone see the Bomb Iran video he put out yesterday? No, I did not see that. Oh, thank you, Anita. You're sweet. Okay. Seriously, are there any of the psychics doing live streams from the beach? Tell your friends. Now there's a nice breeze. Yes, I really do feel like the NATO leaders are. It's been good because they've been really able to, when they see him, they saw him at the G7. They're seeing him at NATO. I don't know about the G20. Is that coming up? But I just feel like there's a real solid sense of what they're dealing with now. It's I'm the only psychic on the beach doing a live stream, right? Tell your friends. It was on the news, the video of the bomb. As far as the NATO leaders, they're actually accomplishing a lot without him. They're accomplishing a lot without the United States participating. We know it's tragic, but this is why we have to come together even more and more and more. The Page of Cups. I feel like the reporters there from different news outlets around the world, I feel a lot of conclusions. Yeah, he thinks he deserves a Nobel Peace Prize. So it's really, really clear. It's really, really obvious. They know. It's very clarifying what's happened. They now know. There's no question anymore. They now know. Yeah, our protests are so important because of this especially. They now know exactly what's going on with what they're dealing with. I always get this really strong sense that they don't like to be around him because he smells bad. I do get that. But there's a lot of positivity here. Did anyone see Rubio's face when Dumpy was speaking? They are so uncomfortable. We'll get to that. We'll get to them too. There's something good about the clarification that came with this. He's crazier than a March hare. Thank you for being here tonight, and make sure you hit the thumbs up. I really doubt we'll get to 200. There are people that want to go to other channels on Wednesday nights. Oh, he used the song of the Beach Boys. I know what you're talking about, right? Yeah, so he's really certifiably insane. And that's what I'm talking about. I feel like with the NATO meeting and the G7 meeting, the world leaders there's no question in their minds anymore. They're like, okay, he's batshit crazy. And what's going to happen to America? I do feel like a lot of empathy towards America that this has happened. They know it's Putin's doing. The Beach Boys were very conservative, yeah, but they weren't fascist. Let's see. Let's read on. I know it's kind of funny. I'm just sort of processing. It feels like it was the clarifying, the vibe that I'm getting around NATO is actually, I feel like it's a real positive. Okay, hang on a second. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I'm actually going to read on him using that song. How's my Wi-Fi? Can you guys see me okay? The show is out in the open, NATO. Yeah, they know what's going on. They know what they're about. Rubio and Hegseth. Let's start with Hegseth. I got this feeling the other day. I didn't mention it, but I got this really strong feeling that Hegseth was starting to panic. And the reason he's panicking, a big is coming at him, and he doesn't have the chops or the knowledge or the expertise to deal with it. Is it kind of glitchy? Am I glitching out? Let me know, because I can probably change the Wi-Fi. Just keep me posted, because I can still see you all here. But I noticed some people are dropping out. That usually means the Wi-Fi is wonky. Okay. So I got the sense that Hegseth, that something really big is coming at Hegseth, and he's in way over his head. Off and on, but I'm good. Okay. All right. The glitches come and go. I'll have to talk to them at the hotel. What's up with that? Oh yeah, good question. What's with Felon 34 calling the Secretary of Defense the Secretary of War? He's just trying to be a tough guy. 3 cards about Hegseth. Oh, I brought my deck of character too. It's fun to be out at the beach with you all. Seven of Pentacles, Judgment. Okay. So I'm reading about Hegseth, and I'm reading about this really strong feeling that I have that he's overwhelmed because the stuff that he's doing is getting really too hard for him. And I also get a sense, and I'll ask the pendulum about this, that he's either thinking about or he's reaching out to people that are actual military generals and such, and intelligence experts. And I think he might be reaching out to see if they'll help him. And here's what I get on him. 7 of Pentacles. And the World. Yeah, it's getting to be too much for him because this is the World in Judgment. He's starting to be looked at sideways. I think I'm right about that because I have the World card. I'm just covering it up because she's naked. Yes. I think that Dumpy is on his way back, right? I know, we hoped that something would come out at The Hague. Did anyone see a drink in Hegseth's hand? Did you? Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, the Judgment card and the World card indicates that this stuff, this world, this dealing with the military and military intelligence that deals with the world, it's way too much for Hegseth. Way too much. So let's look at whether he has reached out to other military, like, experts, people that have, like General Mark Milley. Because when it comes down to it, if we're in a real crisis, we better make damn well sure that he's calling people that know what to do. Yes. Okay, so what I'm asking is has he already reached out to military leaders from before? No, but he's thinking about it. He was booed yesterday when he was in the Netherlands. Keg's breath? No, he has not. That's not comforting. With the way that things are going right now, does it seem like he will? What will he? I'm getting a yes on that, so that indicates a crisis coming. So what I'm asking about is Hegseth, is he going to reach out to people that are really experts in the military? Does he have people right there and the military leaders right there with him? Yes, but I don't get that he's asked for help. He hasn't called in the big dogs, you know. He has not yet asked for help, but he will. He will. Lisa's apologizing because Dinner ran long. That's okay. We have a very small group on Wednesday nights. Everyone's got something better to do than to be at the beach in Gloucester with a net. I know. I can't understand it either. I'm people watching, sorry. Junior is in way over his head. Let's read on Rubio. They're missing out, right? Thank you, awesomeness. Really? That structure behind me, has anybody here read The Perfect Storm? Perfect Storm talks about the festival that's going on here the last weekend in June every year. I'm glad to be here too, Lisa. Okay, we're going to read on Rubio. Not ketchup. We're going to read on Rubio. We're going to pull 3 cards from this deck and then okay. Rubio. Rubio is kind of Marco Rubio is torn between his loyalty to Dumpy and his loyalty to the United States, but it's not because he's a loyal kind of a person. Marco Rubio is recognizing that the damage, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying he has a conscience, the damage that he's doing to the United States of America. And he's trying to negotiate in his head, Rubio, how he can serve both. How he can serve Dumpy and the United States, because he was not ever like this before the whole Dumpy thing. So he's torn between the Emperor and the United States, right? You read The Perfect Storm? Yeah, Sebastian Younger talks about this festival. You see the boats, those guys are practicing for the boat races over the weekend. It's a big deal here. Some guy called Trump Daddy, that was Mark Rutte. Yeah, Rubio is just, he's like, he sold his soul to the devil. Now this is interesting, because I get this sense about him, about Marco, that he's talking to a reporter. I'm wondering if he's wanting to tell somebody about something about Dumpy. This is interesting. The plot thickens. Okay, so it's this sense of this. Like, if you're in really big trouble, if you're a criminal that's committed a crime, and you could potentially get out of the worst case scenario if and when you're held accountable by being good right away. That's what I'm getting. Thank you, Josh. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. That Marco is trying to figure out if he starts to leak some stuff, will that be better for him in case this whole thing falls apart? Let's take a look. And then I feel like he's talking to a reporter about the truth. I know, his parents must be so proud of him, right? Somebody's asking about 128 Dems voted against impeachment of Dumpy. Why? I'll tell you exactly why. And I'll tell you too that the amount that voted for impeachment was a big number. So let's, glass half full. Because impeachment doesn't mean removal, and they've been there before. Ronan Farrow is a brilliant journalist. I don't know who that is, but I get the sense that Marco is talking to one of the journalists. And I'm not really sure why, but that's why we're here doing a reading on it. Is he talking to a journalist? Yeah. Yes. So I know you guys are talking about the impeachment, the articles of impeachment that were brought. Marco needs prison, right? But I think he's aware. He's not stupid. He's a traitor, but he's not stupid. So you guys are asking about the impeachment. What I understand about, I mean psychically, about the articles of impeachment is this. He's been impeached twice and not removed. So a lot of Democrats feel like that's not going to do what needs to be done. Ronan Farrow, check him out. Well, let's ask if is it Ronan Farrow that Marco is talking to? No, that's not who it is. According to my pendulum, that's not who it is. And Woody Allen's son? He might be thinking about it. He's losing it more because nothing's going his way. Yes, that's definitely true. Yes, that's a good point, Sue. All the things, just talking about Dumpy again, all the things that he's been attempting have been falling flat on their face. Still check him out? You want me to check on Ronan Farrow? Oh, I will check him out, yeah. But I think, Rubio is talking to a reporter. It feels like a foreign reporter. It doesn't feel like an American reporter. Let's see. Oh, I know who you mean. He was Ronan Farrow. I'll look him up. We're saying about the impeachment, it would go nowhere and just be a major distraction from the budget. Yes, that's true. Let's read earlier in my little mini pop-up that I did. There were cards. I pulled cards about Dumpy is attempting to sue judges. Tulsi Gabbard was thrown under the bus. Is she? Did he let her go? Did you see the seagull just walk by? I don't have any food. He's not interested in me. I don't have any food. I know. Okay. I'm going to pull 3 cards about the thing about the judges. Yeah, it's the end of the day. Seagull's looking for food. So 4 cards about the judges. Dumpy threatening. He's actually suing the judges. I don't know how much I can get into this right now because it's extremely upsetting. They're going to put Dumpy out to pasture, those judges that he's trying to sue. What he's trying to keep the judges from doing, all the judges. That's all he knows how to do, it's true. Sue, sue, sue. He should have been named Sue, not Donald. Those judges are putting him out to pasture, that's what I see. And thinking about how illegal it is, what he's doing, suing the judges. And the lounge chair, they're just gonna let him pull his temper tantrum. He's after the whole state. Yeah, I mean, he's out of control. It's just a Band-Aid. It's just a thing that he's doing to help himself feel better. So, don't let the news upset you too much because everything's in play. It looks like the 8th inning at Wrigley Field. They have seagulls in Chicago. You guys, you have no idea how much cooler I am. So nice, and the sun's kind of getting lower in the sky, and it's getting to be a little cool breeze. It's nice. It takes me about 3 minutes to walk here, and I'm so fortunate. I jumped in the ocean this morning, I jumped in the ocean yesterday, and now there's a nice cool breeze. So you will not hear me complain about the heat too much. I have no right. I have no business complaining about the heat. Okay, so let's take a look at Well, you guys really love Ronan Farrow. Let's take a look at what's going to happen with Iran. What's going to happen? Well, let's look at this. Dumpy's response to finding out that that nothing really happened in terms of really damaging Iran's capability to develop a nuclear weapon. There's Maria. You agree with Michelle? What did Michelle say? He's definitely investigating. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, Sergio Gore in the media, yeah. Well, the media, mainstream media is not going to cover this stuff. There was also a hearing on, and if you know the person's name, who's, they're having hearings with him, because Dumpy wants to appoint him, is it Bovio? This is a guy that said to not listen to the order from the judge, Boasberg, to turn those planes around. And he said, fuck the judges. Did you guys see that? I think it's Bovio. I'll find out more about it and you all can, he wants to make him a federal judge. Yeah, pray that doesn't happen. Because I think it's a lifetime appointment. All right, so 4 cards. Personal lawyer for Trump, yeah. Yeah, Bovio, right? Is that the right name? Yes, the beach is great. I'm finally cooled off. Just starting to get cooled off. Yeah. So first, I'm right now pulling cards around Iran and what's going to happen since the whole thing that Dumpy's pretending happened. And he's getting really more and more like that. He just keeps... He's totally not in reality. It's like if I was saying to you right now, it's a blizzard, it's snowing, and it's like freezing cold, and like it's that bad. Iran, yes, they're definitely still building a nuclear weapon. And they know that Dumpy is dumb as a rock. That's the message. That's the message that's out. Okay, Emile Bove, all right. I'm asking about Iran in light of that Dumpy is going around telling everyone in the world, literally, that they obliterated the nuclear weapons development. Yeah. Iran looks at him like he's dumb as a rock. They're still constructing their nuclear weapons. They have a bounty on Dumpy's head, don't forget. I know, these are awesome cards. They're really good. And the ocean. That might just be what the cards are picking up about where we are. This is the cards going, nice scenery. That's like a bonus card. Yeah, I mean, the graveyard, this kind of stands out. Yeah, interesting. But they're still building nuclear weapons. So I was asking about Iran and the aftermath of what Dumpy is saying. So, okay, showed Felon 45 coming off Andrews Air Force Base. Why does he keep leaving these big meetings early? Yeah, actually, what they did, oh, I know, I've never witnessed so much disrespect from Dumpy, from people in public office for sure, yeah, Dale. Yeah, so the reason he left, what happened was he's so ADD. Dumpy is so ADD. He left the G7 early. he couldn't handle it. He left. There's so much going on. You have to kind of backtrack in your head. He left the G7 early last week because he said he had to rush back and deal with the situation between Israel and Iran. He was going to go make all this peace, right? He left early because he couldn't deal. He left early because he was in over his head, like Hegseth, right? I think he didn't feel well. The G7, he left early. I think he didn't feel well. And then he went back, and then he bombed Iran. And then he shows up at NATO. And what does he do when he shows up at NATO? He gets off the plane and he puts his USA, but at least it wasn't Make America Great. He puts on when he shows up in the Netherlands, puts on his white USA cap. And why he left early, actually NATO reduced the amount of time they were going to spend in meetings because of him. They had meetings scheduled that were going to be like 3 days long, and they reduced them to like an hour because of him. And he's already on his way back, so he already has left. He dropped the F-bomb on cable. I'm going to pull 4 cards asking about, in light of his horrible, horrible behavior, is anybody going to do anything? Well, Al Green brought those articles of impeachment. And I know that, maybe we're all like, oh, they should have impeached him. They should have voted to impeach him. Well, we've been through that, right? And it didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't remove him.
Hey, what are you getting up to?
But is anybody
Are you on
going
FaceTime?
to? I'm live streaming.
Live stream?
Yes. Say
I say
hi. Say Buona Fiesta.
Bona Fiesta!
Viva San Pedro!
Woo!
Right?
That's awesome.
Nice night.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, thanks for being my guest. Wait, where was I? Is anybody going to do anything about him making us look like ridiculous idiots? Is anybody going to do anything about it? Oh, by the way, the reason I said Viva St. Pedro is because Pietro is like, that's where we have a festival to honor the patron saint of fishermen. It's a festival that's happened every single year for I think 90 years now here. And when I mentioned the perfect storm, I was saying it's in the book. Sebastian Younger wrote about this festival in his book, The Perfect Storm, which happened here. Is anyone going to do anything about Dumpy? I get the sunken ship a lot. This is a pattern. When I read on what's going on, and I read these cards, I love these cards, I get the sunken ship. Do we have a troll? We were doing pretty good not having any trolls. Thank you for slaying the trolls. Yes, I'll take you to the festival this year too. So it's crystal clear that he has a lot of cult members that are totally devoted to him, but the wild woman is coming up. The wild woman. I think a woman's going to call him out. I think a woman is going to call out that he's bona fide nuts. Crazy. I do see that happening. And he's sinking. He's sinking. Sinking. Bove belonged to the mafia. Oh, well, isn't that interesting? Little side note before I forget. We do a guided meditation for a Healed America every Thursday. I'm not sure if it's going to happen tomorrow. I might have to pre-record it because it's going to be real noisy where I am. I'll let you know tomorrow during our Off the Ledge. Because it's a road race. I ran it last year. I'm not running it this year. Okay, so a little sip of iced tea. Oh, we have 202 in the house, and if we have 200 thumbs up, we'll do a group hug. A group hug from the beach. There are a bunch of people up there at the hotel, but they all just left, so I don't have any hoverers right now. Let's read on that Beauvais guy. With the current trajectory of the energy, is he going to be appointed? Is he going to be appointed? Yes? That's the current energy. Can we change that? No, that's interesting. Let's read on that a little bit further. Susie Wild. I gotta tell you, I mean, I know when we get news that's bad news, that the guides always say to me, it's not the end of the story. So let's read on that Beauvais criminal. Is the Wi-Fi still okay? Because a bunch of people just dropped off. Yeah, see, the strength of our Constitution. I really do think that something's going to happen that's going to knock all these people off. I don't mean literally like knocking them off. I mean, why can't it change when he's decertified? Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think I was saying the same thing as soon as you put that up. Yeah, it will. The Seven of Wands, yeah, something will shift. But see, we're getting all these shockers. Have you noticed that? Seems like the Wi-Fi is more stable now. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, I'm actually surprised it's quirky because I'm right here. You know, the hotel is right here. I really do feel like we have a lot of things going on that are scaring the bejesus out of us, right? Am I right? Isn't that true? And I really feel like there's a divine reason for that. You know, I always think of that line in the Joni Mitchell song, don't it always seem to go that you don't know, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? I think we have to experience that. I think we have to experience that America doesn't know what it has, right? We've not appreciated what we have. And we haven't been behaving, right? You're too exhausted to be afraid, right? And so, you know, when you go day to day, you go into your regular life, you know that there's so many people that have no idea what's going on. We have to find out. He's supposed to be a judge over in New Jersey. Kathy Beale may have an opinion. I'll ask her. I'll ask her about that. We will change the Constitution. We definitely will. Let's read on that. Let's pull 3 cards about our Constitution. Will we be changing our Constitution? I feel like I'm really in the dark here with the sun behind me. Will we be changing our Constitution? Yes, because we're going to see. Boy, he's done a really big lot of damage to our Constitution. That's for sure. Yeah. The 4 of Swords, we will be feeling the pain of all the things that have been held secret. And the Page of Swords is the people will rise. The people will rise. I'm asking about our reworking our Constitution. We have no idea of how much damage he's done to our Constitution. The guides have told me from the start, the role of the soul of Dumpy is to get us to strengthen our Constitution. So, I think I think I do sense enough people aware. When will they feel pain? Do you think they have good lives? Do you think that these people like Dumpy and Rubio and Hegseth and you know, all like Pam Bondi, do you really think that they're having a good time? They're miserable. I'm going to pull 4 cards about Pam Bondi. Yes, all these things need, this judiciary needs enforcement mechanism, Supreme Court needs serious reform. Yes, they actually threw out due process the other day. Yes, this has to happen. We'll do a foolproof upgrade on the Constitution. And Dumpy is the catalyst for that. I'm going to pull 4 cards about Pam Bondi, who I could not believe her behavior. They're all low-esteemed mugworts for sure. Could not believe her behavior at a hearing. I think it was Monday. And all they do, oh, but Biden, but the auto pen, but Hunter. I don't know if they've said Hunter, but they go back to, oh, when the Biden did this and Biden did that. Leave Biden alone. It's going to get really loud. What violent crimes she has had and she's been indirectly connected to. That's about Pam Bondi. What violent crimes she's been indirectly connected to. She was a brat. No, someone needed to slap her. You don't even have to say just kidding. I agree. She has been groomed for her position, Pam Bondi, and she's doing a very bad job. A very bad job. I'm just wondering if they're going out. So what they do, see that boat behind me? They dory race. Those are dory boats. And there will be 3 of them, and they go out, I think it's like a mile. They row out a mile. They go around a buoy and they row back. It's a race. And back in the day when this city was overrun with fishermen, boy, these guys were buff. They were really strong. Nowadays, it's way different. What other horrible person? Oh, somebody was asking about Tulsi. Let's see. Thank you for slaying the trolls, you guys. We're doing pretty good. We will be back strong again, that's for sure. Okay. Sandy's saying that was sarcasm, but I didn't see what you said. Tulsi Gabbard, the Russian spy in the White House. Well, these are more like pendulum questions, like are they gonna do something about the Russian spy in the White House? Yes. Yes, they are gonna do something about the Russian spy in the White House. Sun's going down, it's getting cooler. So let's read on, I don't really want to read on Tulsi for some reason. Somebody asked me about Stephen Miller. Is he still in his position? Let's pull 4 cards on him. Your present governor. Where's Elon? That's a good question. I'm pulling 4 cards about the status of Stephen Miller. I guess the Wi-Fi is still working okay, but people just got tired of my beach scene, so they left. The number keeps going down. Okay, this is Stephen Miller. Inferno. Crystal clear. It's becoming clearer and clearer. I keep getting this card. It's becoming clearer and clearer that they are the enemy. Good Wi-Fi? Okay, good. Oh my goodness. The whole thing with Elon stealing his wife, is really I get the sense that with Stephen Miller, it's crystal clear what this is the enemy, and the enemy is in our government. Crystal clear. And he's in a rage, so he's going to start acting out, just like Dumpy's acting out, right? Stephen Miller's in a rage. He's wanting to get his wife back, but eventually you'll just have to scoop him off the floor, because he's just going to be, just like a crumpled heap. He's a mess. He's a mess. He's a damaged human. Stephen Miller. Okay, so let's read on the serious topic of the Supreme Court. He's running DHS now. What happened to the other horrible person? What happened to Kristi Noem? You heard Miller is sick, like ill sick. Well, that would make sense because I got the spatula and the love potion. I think this whole debacle with Elon stealing his wife has made him sick. I really do. Plus his just sheer ugliness and evil. That'll make people sick. Okay, so I'm gonna pull 3 cards about, like, what happened to Kristi Noem? Actually, I'm not going to read on her right now. I'm going to read on the things that they're trying to distract us from. Yeah, Google about Kristi Noem. Is she still in? She's hunting dogs. You guys are wicked. Okay. I am going to pull 4 cards about the murder bill. Because what they're trying to do is distract us with all this other stuff so that we don't notice what's happening with the murder bill. They're out there on their little island planning the murder bill. There's an airplane here. Yeah, Dumpy going here and there and to and fro. I mean, I keep getting that they're going to be put out to pasture. They're going to be trying to escape this murder bill thing. They're all in their own little bubble, these MAGAs in our Congress. Lisa saying, Noam went to the hospital and we haven't seen her nor heard from her since. Yeah, we'll read on that. Yeah, I'm reading on the murder bill, and what's happening is they're off there on their own little island doing their thing, but they're going to be put out to pasture. That murder bill is not going to go through. The airplane trying to escape. This is the people. The people will be fired up, that's for sure, about it. It will be back in the news. I know it hasn't been in the news recently, the murder bill. You've said all along that they are all engaging in very unhealthy behaviors, substances, cosmetic procedures. That's true. That's true. They're not well. They're definitely not well. I can't even tell you how much cooler I am. Nice. What else should we read on? We have a few more minutes. Let's read on the protests that are coming up on July 4th. What's going to happen with them? How do you spell relief? Ocean breeze. Can't find anything about Kristi Noem. All right, let's pull 4 cards about her. What happened to her? And then we'll pull 4 cards about the protests coming up. I hope you're all planning to join a protest. I have a few banners to carry in the parade. I need help. I need people to help me. Kristi Noem. Kristi Noem is not in a good place. She's got something wrong with her. Interesting. Christy, no. She's sick. She's very sad. She knows she's been caught. She's getting bulldozed. Her gut backfired on her, not her gun. Her gut. Interesting. Okay, I know there's tons more things to read on, but we'll just wrap it up. We'll do 4 cards about the... You heard Noam is suffering from panic attacks. When I read on her, when I found out that she was rushed to the hospital, I read on it and it was a panic attack, a big bad panic attack. But I also feel like Christy Noam and Pam Bondi have eating disorders. There's a book called When Society Becomes an Addict. Ooh, wow, that sounds intense. Will anybody be in New York for the protest? Probably. Actually, before I read on how the protests are going to go, I'm going to pull 4 cards about ICE. So what I want you all to know is that these ICE agents are not law enforcement. They're not legit. There's nothing legit about them. They bought their outfits on eBay or something, or on Amazon, and they won't show their faces because they're not legit. So let's pull 3 cards. Oh, and by the way, ICE is out of funding. So I'm pulling 4 cards about ICE. Yeah, they're trying to fool people into thinking that there's some kind of law enforcement. No, they're not legit at all. They're not corrections officers. They're not legit. ICE is not in any way, manner, shape, or form. Remember the Black Lives Matter protests? It's the same kind of thing. So, but the key will be found to who they are, and off to the dumpster they go with Dumpy, these ICE agents. It's gonna be uncovered. And I'll pull 3 cards about the protests coming up next. I think the temperature just dropped by about 15 degrees. What happened to people they kidnapped? I'm not gonna get into that tonight. Another one is coming back. Okay, so I'm going to pull 4 cards about the protests that are coming up. You got to see the sunset and everything. See all the different lighting that we've had in 1 hour? The protests are going to be huge, 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 huge. This is going to move the needle. Like we're in the wrestling ring. I like that. I hadn't seen that card before. Yeah. They're going to be in the hot water. MAGA's going to be in hot water. And we're going to be sending them out into the desert. Why are you guys talking about how old you are? Pay attention. The protests. Huge. At that time, a lot of these MAGAs in Congress will be in hot water, including Dumpy. They're going to be wrestling with us, energetically. And the MAGAs will be put out to the desert. They'll have nothing, because the people will have all the power. They'll have nothing. Okay, well, I've thoroughly enjoyed my time with you. Thank you for coming to the beach with me. And please hit the thumbs up. I'll let you know tomorrow during Off the Ledge, when I make the video tomorrow for Off the Ledge. I'll let you know if the meditation is going to happen tomorrow night, or if I'm going to pre-record it, because there's going to be a lot of noise outside my apartment. I'm right in the festival. My front yard is a carnival right now. I'm gonna go get an arancini rice ball for supper, and I'll be showing you the festival over the weekend too, especially on Sunday. Sunday's Church of Spirituality will be at 9 a.m. Eastern. And bye, Annette Siegel. You went off somewhere. Please book a reading, psychic@dion.com. I am going to start a series too for members. I'll make sure that I figure out how to put the join button up. And the new 5-day presentation will be about how to calm down for members. All right, thank you so much. It's always great with you, and we'll see you soon. Have a great night, and keep smiling and just keep the vibration up, all right? New moon in Cancer today, so do things that are nurturing. All right, see you soon. I'll show you the festival. Okay, namaste.